This is Dora. We will be teaching her how to jump through a hoop using positive reinforcement, which is adding a reinforcer or a reward when the participant performs the desired task. We will be using a piece of cheese as the reinforcer. This cheese will be secondary reinforcement because it's a want for her but isn't a necessity. If we didn't feed Dora for days preceding the experiment, then the cheese would be a primary reinforcer because it'd be necessary for survival. Acquisition period is how long it takes for the participant to learn and perform the desired task. We predict Dora's to be about 30 minutes. This is Dora's first trial to jumping through the hoop. As you can see, she's a little scared, but we're going to use successive approximations to eventually get her to jump through. Our first successive approximation is to get her to walk through the hoop while it's still on the ground. After she can get through the hoop while it's on the ground, we're going to raise it off the ground little by little so that eventually she can jump through a fully raised hoop. By doing this, we are using a method called shaping. Shaping is defined as a method of training by which successive approximations toward a desired target behavior are reinforced. Wow, look how high that hoop is. Our schedule of reinforcement will be at a fixed ratio schedule. This is because she will get a fixed amount of one piece of cheese every time she goes through the hoop. We also use continuous reinforcement because we gave her a piece of cheese every time she went through the hoop. The hoop is getting higher. That's successive approximation number 3. At this point, she's gone through all these successive approximations and the hoop's at full height. We're trying to get her to jump through it consistently. Eventually, Dora can get through the hoop every time. Our experiment was successful. Her acquisition period was about 15 minutes. This is Wanda. She used to be a pro at jumping through hoops. We taught her about 4 years ago, but she hasn't jumped through a hoop ever since.
We hope that because of spontaneous recovery, Wanda is able to relearn jumping through the hoop when showed the desired stimulus. Because Wanda has gone so long without being rewarded for jumping through hoops or jumping through hoops at all, she has undergone extinction. Bam! Look at that spontaneous recovery. Look at that dog go. Woo-wee! Most likely because this hoop is so janky, the dog is discriminating it from the other hoops, and it's not going to jump through it because it's freaky. So, yeah, generalization didn't happen, and discrimination did because he's distinguishing it from the other hoops.
Our experiment was ethical. It followed the APA guidelines of animal research as shown